Hi, Andrea. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Good, good. So thanks for meeting me again today. I'm really glad that you're here. And I know the last time that we had talked or that we met, we just kind of talked briefly about, our work together and how we're going to work together. And then, we started talking a little bit about you and what brings you here today. And then also down the line, creating goals and plans based on those goals. But before we, get into any of those goals and those plans, I want to learn a little bit more about you and your situation so that we can get a good, clear picture, um, so that we can move forward. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah,
Thanks.
great.
Mhm.
In addition to that, and along with what we talked about before, you'd mentioned that you are told to visit with me. So it's you know not your own choice to be here. So with that being said, I'm glad that you're here again, meeting with me today. 'Cause I know that's hard. And that also that the main reason that you're here is because you want to see your son and you want to have that relationship with him, and that currently he's with your sister. Is
Mhm.
that correct? Yeah. Can we let's talk a little bit more about that and just some of those relationships. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's sure.
Okay. Um, so let's start with Vincent and just kind of talking, a little bit more about that and you know, uh, just kind of diving a little bit more into, um, as to his placement with your sister.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, she seemed to be the best person for him to be with right now, and she cares about him, and she has some kids herself, and he has people to be with. He's with family, so that's good. She has a space, so that's good. So yeah, out of all the people who are like the most stable, just where things will stay the same day after day. She's the best person for him to be with, because yeah, definitely other family or his dad's place isn't the best place. So I'm
Okay.
glad that he's there with her.
Yeah, yeah. It
Mm.
sounds, like a good fit for right now.
Mhm.
To be able to have, to still be with family members, rather than elsewhere, which is really important. Um, and you know that, uh, and that you also feel comfortable with him being in that space. Seems like a um, safe space and option for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then, so last time we met, you had talked about, uh, you know, missing appointments with your psychiatrist, correct? And your
Mhm.
therapist.
Yeah.
And um, that kind of leading towards your Vincent's placement with your sister. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Just it's hard when you're not feeling good, to go, and also when you're doing okay, it's also hard to go to these appointments because you don't
Mhm.
feel like you need it. So,
Yeah.
just depending, towards the end, it was more, I was hospitalized too, so it wasn't, easy for me to think, even have that in mind, to go ahead and see the psychiatrist. And yeah, it was more regular before, but just because of the timing, it seemed like just because I wasn't seeing the psychiatrist at that time, then um, that went against me, so it didn't look good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's frustrating, you know, especially if you're feeling like you don't, you know, feel the, the need or to you know, to go.
Mhm.
What um what troubles you most about all of this and about
Well,
your
just not,
current situation?
yeah, just not having Vincent with me every day. We
Yeah.
both do better together.
Yeah.
I definitely feel better. So not having him with me, and um, trying to be the person I want to be, is, it doesn't work out because it kind of cancels out
Mhm.
um, the efforts and the work that I'm doing, because it just makes it hard for me to want to do those things.
Right.
So, yeah, but I mean, I am, but it's just, I'm definitely better when he's around, and he wants to be with me too, because I'm his
Mhm.
mom. And so
Yeah.
that's where he should be.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Um
And it's also hard when people don't believe that you can do that kind of work, that you can be a good mom. So
yeah.
I also have a problem with that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Understandably so. Yeah. That's definitely hard. Um it can make you feel a certain potentially, a certain way even about yourself if, other people feel a certain way. So with all of this going on, what would others meaning people in your life, such, family, friends, or you know, some of those people in your life, what do you um what do you think that they think is causing this situation?
I don't know. I just think that they don't believe in me. They don't think I can take care of Vincent. They don't think I can take care of myself. Um, just because I have some difficulties and, other things, other problems that they don't have,
Mhm.
then I feel like they're judging me. Um, and and so, I mean, I think they just don't think that I can do it. So
Mhm.
that's not, then they're not going to help me to do what I want to do, which is to have my son.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there are there any supports that you feel that make this current situation make you feel better about it, or
Um, it just makes me feel better when I'm with Vincent.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that there are a lot of people supporting me. I'm starting to see the therapist again.
Mhm.
Um, the psychiatrist is okay, I guess, but that's just not really helping me directly.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess a therapist could be a support, but that's kind of a new person for me again. So that's not really that's not really there.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there, as far as, seeing your, excuse me, your psychiatrist and therapist, um, are there aspects of that that you found to be useful at all, or maybe aspects that, are not so useful either on the other end?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, seeing my psychiatrist is what I'm supposed to do. So hopefully, the
Right.
psychiatrist is seeing that I am doing the things that I need to do. Like I'm taking my medication. I'm not trying, and that the therapist is knows what I want. So I mean, I feel like that's at the same time I'm just reporting to them. It's not
Right.
like a real support.
Sure. Sure. Okay. So so what I'm hearing you saying is that you're, yeah, you feel like you're going to these meetings with your psychiatrist that, um, they are really useful to you, and that you're just, being told to make sure that you're taking your medications, and that you're, doing the things that you need to do, um, which may be not useful, um, to you, which seems frustrating. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. I mean, the whole situation is frustrating. I don't want to have
yeah,
to do any of these things. So,
yeah, yeah. Um, are there, so I'm wondering, are there other, other sources, or, other than, you know, other sources that you've sought out, other than, psychiatrist or, therapist that, that you thought were useful or helpful to you at all?
um, well, I mean, I have there's a peer group that I sometimes go to. Um, there's like a place where you can go and hang out, with people who are in recovery are or have mental health issues
Mhm.
too, and are working through that. And so it's just a place where you can go and have coffee and hang out and play games or talk to people, or they
Yeah,
have like employment stuff and other things. But
yeah,
sometimes I'll go there.
yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
That, seems like a great safe space where you can, find some of those social supports, um, that are helpful to you, and just kind of outside of, this current situation. A good you know, um, coping mechanism, just to be able to surround yourself with other individuals in that safe space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, well, let's stop today. I do, next time I want to learn more about you, and kind of what, more about your family, and, some cultural aspects and all of that, just so we can get a good, solid, full picture. Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
great. Thanks again for meeting with me today.
sure. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you next time.
Okay.